Alright, we got him. Tholin Foulbeard. I'm a mid-game player, and I thought it would be interesting to share my build for Tholin, and maybe you can give me some suggestions or get some inspiration for this video for your own Tholin build. This is more aimed at the newer to mid-game players. I feel like a lot of the videos out there are sort of higher tier. We don't all have the best gear in the game to throw on this guy, right? So let's look at it from a more sort of early to mid-game perspective. Now, if you don't have Tholin and you can't complete the fusion, just a quick heads up that you could just make a new account and use the Demon Slayer promo code to get him for free. But literally, you just go here and type in Demon Slayer and you get Tholin, although that will only be on a brand new account. Or you can use one of these champion codes instead. And if you use my link in the description whilst making a new account, then you can get all of these champions as you level up. Now, that may not be for everyone, you know, maybe you've already got Tholin on your main account. So, you know, this is early days for me. I could still get some better accessories down here. Definitely, not gonna lie. But let's take a look at what I've done so far for his stats, his masteries, and you know how we've done there, and then we'll take a look at, you know, give him a bit of a test run, shall we, across different areas of the game. So his total stats here, we've got 40,000 HP. Now, you know, that's basically unavoidable, right? You're just going to get more HP as you get certain items anyway, and you know, because we don't have the best gear, some of these are going to end up rolling into HP. Not a problem. Attack 2,800. I think we do need to get that higher. Defense 2,200. Not bad. Speed 170, which is decent for me. That's decent enough, right? Critical rate 100% and critical damage 192%. You really want to build out his crit damage. So if you can, yeah, I've definitely managed to make this work. If you can do it yourself as well. Avoid the crit rate gauntlets and go for crit rate on your sub stats instead, and try and get that to 100 that way, because then you can put the critical damage as your primary on gauntlets, and you're going to get a lot more out of it, right? So we've got 192% crit damage, resistance 140, actually 220. So not bad stats all around. It's going to be able to be pretty useful for most mid to early game contents, probably all the way up to like stage 20 on most things. So let's take a look at his abilities specifically. Obviously, he has a weaken debuff, and we've got that up to level 4. We do not quite have him fully booked up at the moment, but we'll get there. And this one, each hit will ignore 25% of the target's defense if the target is from the Corrupted Alliance, boss, blah, blah, blah. We know that part. And each hit decreases the target's attack by 5%. Each hit also increases this champion's attack by 5%. Takes up to 50. And then we got Rabid Fury. Attacks all enemies 2 times before attacking. Places a 50% increased attack buff on this champion for 2 turns. Each critical hit landed on the first hit increases the damage dealt on the second hit by 10%. Will ignore unkillable and shield buffs, which is pretty good. And then the passive is really interesting. Activates Demon Breaker every 5th turn this champion takes. So every 5 turns, you'll get a free main attack. And we'll look at what I've done with my masteries in a second. The blessing I've gone for is increases the damage inflicted by this champion for every debuff that they successfully place. And this goes up to 6% per match. And, you know, he does do a lot of debuffs on his A1. He's got a debuff, you know, so that's going to keep rotating, right? Every 5th turn, he gets an extra A1. So getting that makes sense to me. For the relic, I've got with whatever I can get. Bit of extra accuracy, you know, can't complain. Obviously, he's going to get a weaken debuff, which is a bit of a problem because this, whereas turn meter increases, is not for this one. But like I say, I don't have any other relics. We do have this random gemstone, which is the wearer's res increases by 5 whenever a debuff is placed on them. So that's not bad. You know, like I had to put on what I can. And when it comes to these things, a little bit of accuracy, I'm not going to complain. I do have some relics to craft, but we'll save that for another day. Trying to get some epics here, but not for now. Yeah, and then we are going to have a look at his masteries, and then we'll give him a good test. So this is based on Hell Hades masteries. I did have a little look on there. I've looked around at different guides and stuff, but this is the one makes the most sense to me. I mean, it's pretty standard. We've gone for this one, though, because I want to try and build him up as a bit of a nuker. There's a 50% chance of ignoring 25% of the target's defense. The skills that ignore defense, this 25% is in addition to the amount ignored by the skill. So when champions have a lot of defense, you're going to do less damage, right? And this is going to go pretty well with the rest of his kit. And we have, you know, all of his damage is based on attack. So that's the only thing I could really do of getting his attack up. For example, my Alice has a 5.6k attack, which is a lot compared to Tholin right now. Tholin has 2.8k. My Monkey King currently has 3.4k. So there is some room for improvement here, for sure. Obviously, we're going to try and get the rest of the souls in the event. So for the time being, I thought it would be fun to do some tests. Let's first start with Arena, currently in Gold 3. So I'm you know, fairly close-ish to a Plat. Let's have a look at a fair matchup here. Maybe this one could be good. And we are going to take out... Oh, yeah, my power rating's a little bit low. I might have to find one a little bit lower than I'd usually fight, just for the fact that I don't quite have all the gear. Let's see. I mean, we could give it a go. Let's give it a go. We're going to take out Alice. I can't believe I'm doing this just for a bit of a test. I do think that, you know, he's not going to be as good as my Alice, and he never will be, but see how good he can be and where I can fit him into my game. So, they've got more speed than me, which is a bit of a worry. Okay. Oh, wow, that's okay, yeah, we're getting incinerated there. It's all right. I got my Iodex. I can get him rezzed. We can get an attack in. Getting a lot of counterattacks here. A lot of counterattacks coming in. Our turn meter is getting destroyed. Okay, I'm not sure if we're even going to be able to attack. My Monkey King might just kill them all. Ooh, okay. Never mind. Come on. Right, I'm going to put Revive on Death because I just want to have Tholin to have an attack. He needs more speed. So I've realized. Increase strength. Monkey King's going to get another go before Tholin has his chance. Oh, no. Okay. No problem then. And we are struggling. Yeah, Tholin's speed is too low. We've got a team-up attack here. Let's see what Tholin's A1 is going to do here. Happened so fast. It wasn't like a massive amount of damage. I do think we're going to need to build him some more speed on him if we're going to even think about making him viable in Arena. It's very clear here that he does not quite have enough. I'm not sure if we can even get a chance to attack here. There's no point going for Wukong. He's just going to get res. Okay, here we go. So let's try this, right? Attacks when enemies 2 times each hit will ignore 25% of the target's defense. And that's going to be useful alongside his... mastery that I've built. So let's see how much damage this does on the Wukong here. I mean, it's okay. I think if we build up some more damage for him, some attack stats, he could do well. I was hoping for a bit more there. I mean, he's got a lot of ignore defense on him right there, but it's just not scaling very well with the current amount of attack stats I have. It's very interesting. And his speed is a little bit too low. We're going to need to work on that. Can do that with some good masteries and might even actually lose this fight. I should have used my A2 there to res. I think we're out. Okay, Wukong's probably going to save the day. Never mind. I mean, as you can see, it's not really a smart idea to go for this. I think we are actually out of it. Yeah, we lost that. I mean, like I say, if I had Alice, the game would have been over a lot quicker. Let's do one more Arena. This will be an easy fight. And then we'll see what we can do. Here we go. This is a more fair fight. This is better. 209 to 203. All right. Let's see what we can do if we've got enough speed here to even get Tholin in with an attack. So let's do the team up first. And we'll focus this one. Okay. Oh, no. I'm getting bullied now. Come on. I want to get Tholin to have one attack. Is that possible? Come on, Tholin. Come on. Come on. Still, Tholin is too slow. He just doesn't have enough speed. Here we go. Right, what is the A3? Attacks all enemies 2 times. Before attacking, places a 50% increased attack buff on this champion for 2 turns. For each critical hit landed on the first hit, increases the damage down on the second hit by 10%. So, yeah, we got 100% crit rate, so that's going to work. It's going to ignore unkillable and shield buffs, which I think is pretty good. And I feel like you want to lead with your A3 because then your A1 is going to do more damage when you use it. Okay. So let's do it. Oh, okay. That was actually some decent damage. That's not bad. Okay, we go for the revive on death. Yeah, I'm not going to complain about that. We can definitely scale up his actual stats and make this a little bit better. I'm not, I wonder how much damage his A1 is going to do now. Obviously, his A2 is, oh, that's a debuff. It decreases the target's attack as well. Back to the Abyss level 2. But I feel like his A1 is probably going to do more damage as a single hit now. Oh, okay. Interesting. It's okay. The A1 doesn't seem to be as great. A3 is pretty good. A1, not really doing much for me right now. And Sheeped, which is just brilliant, isn't it? I don't know if we're going to be able to win this fight again. Tholin, like, as my main nuker, is way, way far behind any other champion that I have. I'm not going to lie. I mean, Alice and Wukong anyway. Alice and Wukong in this situation would not be having a problem at all. I can't revive Wukong because they had a death brand on. So this is basically lost. I mean, I don't think Tholin's going to be able to output enough damage. Let's try the A2. Ooh, that's really bad. And that's with the ignore defense coming in as well. Okay. Yeah, he needs some work with his attack stats. You're going to need to try and build him as much attack percent as you can. I wonder if I take off the accuracy and instead we go for attack percent on the chest because he is not dealing enough damage. I think that might be a better way to do it. Obviously, we are not going to win this fight, so we're just going to quit out of this and try some other PvE. So let's have a little look here at his stats, right? He's got a lot of accuracy, and maybe he doesn't really need it. If I go like this and go, let's see, attack percent. We do have a 6-star attack percent lying around that we could throw on. That's going to make his attack go up, his defense, his speed. Critical rate will go down, though, at the moment. Interesting. Do we have another one? What about this? This is level 12 right now. Yeah, we're going to have to do some testing. I'm going to need to try and find an attack percent level 16 item that I have. This might be the one. Oh, this might be the one. My critical rate goes down by 1%, which isn't ideal, but it's doable for now. My critical damage goes down a tiny bit. My resistance goes up. Accuracy goes down, but my attack goes up massively in comparison. So I think this is going to be a lot better. No, I don't want to use that. You really want to activate free gear removal 1 hour? Wait, no, I don't want to. Are you forced to do it? Oh, that's ridiculous. Okay. I didn't know that was a thing. So what? That's activated now? No, it's not, right? Yeah, okay, good. We managed to make it work. Gotta click the right button. Okay, do you think we could ascend this a little bit? We need 1 oil. 1 oil. Okay, bear with me. Speaking of which, let's see how he does in Sand Devils Necropolis. Currently, I am stuck on stage 16. So we're going to do a stage 15. Take out this one who does the sleep. You know, we use him for the sleep cheese strat. Let's see how we do here without a sleep. Probably not great. Going to put it on auto and see how much damage Tholin can output. If he can. And the revive comes in. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Like, in comparison, let's see how much damage my Alice does here. I know that she's got a lot better gear. But look at that. That's a big chunk of health. Tholin here. Tiny bit of damage. That was his A1. That was his A1 kicking in there. Yeah, he's really not doing much damage at the moment. We're going to need to think about fixing that. My Alice is really strong. My Wukong can put out a decent amount of damage. Tholin, on the other hand, ooh, not looking great there at all. I want to try him in some other areas of content as well. See what we can do. I mean, you know, here we go. Yeah, that is... I mean, you know, he's got a decreased attack debuff. Could come in handy a little bit. Honestly, cardio for Sand Devil is just so good. Being able to just revive on death all the time. So lucky to have gotten him. I just don't know. Is Tholin a letdown or am I building him wrong? Maybe we're building him wrong. I'm going to need to hear your feedback. So anyway, we've got the oil for that. So we can upgrade it. See if we can get a little bit extra attack percent coming in if we are lucky here. Going to ascend that. Please. Oh, no. We still need... Oh, we need a lot more. Okay, I misread that. Never mind. We did the test. Not the best in Sand Devil. Okay. Let's see how much damage he can do to the... Let's do Dragon 20. A nice and simple Dragon 20. This is the dungeon that I feel like most people are capable of doing, right? So we're going to get rid of Queen of Hearts, I suppose, and we'll put in Iodex Arta. All right, let's see it. Yeah. You know, mid to early game, I feel like Dragon 20 is the first dungeon you'll all complete, you know? So let's see this. Let's see what he can do here in the sort of earlier game content. I mean, there's some decent AoE damage on the waves there, not gonna lie. I do like that AoE attack. I do like that. We saw that here. Let's see what he's gonna do here. When he takes his attack now. Come on, Tholin. Oh, his A1 is really not good. Oh, boy. Huh. Yeah, you're going to need to really scale him up with a lot of attack, or he's just not going to output much damage, unfortunately. I mean, we saw it right there. Proofs in his stats. Okay. I wonder if I were to swap my Alice gear and put it on Tholin, how things would turn around. I actually might try that. I wonder. Probably not much more, though. Alright. That's a cool ability. I like that one. That is his saving grace here. Let's see what he does to the dragon. Yeah, not great damage. Okay. Come on, Tholin. Yeah, I mean, I'm struggling to see where to put him into in my current lineup of champions. Honestly, I would love to hear what your opinions are. I think, you know, there's no point carrying this out to the end. It's quite clear. Needs more attack. He needs to really scale with a lot of attack, a lot of critical damage percent as well. Let me know what you think of Tholin, how you're building him, and if you got any advice for me.